Hello everyone. My upload speed finally improved. I'm so happy about that. Dean, no Green Day t-shirt today. Instead, Thunderbirds! Because Thunderbirds are awesome. I'm not going to go through Raw today, purely because I did watch Raw with me. Now, we are just going to discuss what's coming this Sunday. Summerslam. Summerslam is Sunday. It will be 1 AM for UK peoples. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, it's 1 AM. The match card is better than SummerSlam's past. There's genuinely a lot of matches that I really do want to see for a change. Obviously, we knew about 2 months ago that it was going to be Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Oops, WWE. Onto the preview for X Thing. And I don't know what the first match is. I don't think I even know yet what the pre-match is going to be. I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of tag match involved, although again, nothing's been said. So we're just playing guess games right now, essentially. First match, in accordance with website places, is John Cena, Brock Lesnar. Now, I burped. That's this thing's fault. This can go a lot of ways, really. For one thing, Brock Lesnar could just win and not come back until the Royal Rumble. Cena could win again. Again. I really have no expectations for it to a point other than that I want Brock Lesnar to annihilate John Cena. That's my expectation. Annihilation, nothing more, nothing less. Genuinely don't know where this match is gonna go. What do you think? Tell me. Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho is also on this card. I really hoped after last times that this was gonna have some kind of stipulation. If Jericho's gonna stay on a little bit past SummerSlam, and I don't actually think he is, then really they could have built it up to something else, maybe a steel cage match, maybe a no DQ match, Falls Count Anywhere, something, or some kind of creepy swamp thing going on because of Bray Wyatt and his thing with the backyard and the swamp, you know. Just saying. Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon has to be the most over-promoted, overhyped, over everything match. It's interesting to say that when I was looking on Facebook earlier on in the week, there was actually a post about it, and a lot of fans aren't that impressed with it. They don't seem to really give a damn. Which means that I'm not just being pro AJ and Paige, which I'm actually very happy about, because it means I'm not just being a mark. Honestly, a lot of people were saying that they feel like they pushed their luck with Brie getting arrested as well. I thought that did take it one step too far. The Daniel Bryan affair thing was just like, really? Too much. And I stand by what I said for the last few videos, including those that haven't been seen, that really the crowds still aren't warming to Brie Bella. They only warm to her when Daniel Bryan is mentioned. If you watch her come out, the crowd's dead. It's not like when AJ or Paige come out and there's cheers and boos. A lot of cheers for AJ at the minute. But they get reaction because the crowd want to see them. Brie gets nothing. I don't sympathise with it because I think the only reason they're going for this is because they're trying to boost the popularity of Nikki and Brie. I touched on it during Watch Raw with me. It's like a tongue twister saying that. A little while ago, Brie and Nikki were said to be the top of the Divas division, essentially because of who they're doing. To be very blunt about it, Nikki is with John Cena, and the interesting thing when I watch Nikki, and I'm sorry to be so bitchy right now, I'm just emulating what I feel from pictures. When you see Nikki with Cena, she's going, hey, look who I'm with. I think Bryan and Brie definitely love each other. Sorry, let's get this right. Nikki is just with Cena because of the fame. Correct me if I'm wrong, just saying my thoughts. That's what I'm here for. Doing this is meant to try and get the crowd to love them, but it's just not happening. She's not AJ, she's not Paige. It's not happening. People love to boo Stephanie. I'm pro Stephanie in this match, but I do feel this is just going to be one massive cat fight that the audience are just going to slate the next day. I certainly think I'm going to be slating it. I'm not going to waste any more time on that because that's what I feel like I'm doing, wasting time, which is really what the company want. They want me to talk about this for ages, and you know what? I don't want to talk about it for ages because it's going to be rubbish. There you go. The now underhyped and underpromoted match that should have been the women's pinnacle of SummerSlam, AJ versus Paige. I need some DMs on this side. Anyone want to get me DMs for my birthday? It's only a month away now. Paige wears DMs, AJ wears Converse. This would make my set look great if I just had DMs this side, Converse this side. You know, it's coming up. I don't expect gifts. Apart from my parents. Paige and AJ is very, very underhyped, underpromoted, but I am very, very excited to see that. I think Paige has had a few slip-ups in matches. AJ's had slip-ups in matches. Not all of her matches have been perfect. I don't think there's such a thing as a perfect botch-free wrestling match. Something always goes wrong somewhere down the line. They have the potential to do something really, really special. I hope that they do it. I just wish that this had got more airtime than it did. This just should have got more than it did, and I'm so disappointed that it's been overshadowed by the overhyped and overpromotion of Brie versus Stephanie. But it's got a lot of potential. I hope, in a way, if Paige loses, it's going to continue on the assault to eventually, I hope, the major heel turn of Paige, which I want to see. The anti-diva needs to come out. She needs to be doing that. They can just go on for a little while. They're friends anyway, from what I've seen on Twitter, and I think they can go on and have a really, really good chemistry as competitors, as Caitlyn and AJ did, because they're still the best of friends. Friends always seem to have better matches. I mean, you think of 2003 and the Shawn versus Triple H thing. They beat the crap out of each other, but they made it look brilliant because they had such a good relationship that it worked. We have Jack Swagger versus Rusev in a flag match. Now, we still don't know the rules of this match. Don't know if it's going to be like the, you know, something on a pole match where you just go out and grab the flag and wave it and way we've won. Sorry, boots. Or whether it's going to be something else, like if they win, the flag comes out, boom, behind them like the Russian one does for Rusev. I don't actually quite know. No one seems to know the rules. It seems that WWE are making up the rules as they go along for this. We'll find out on Sunday for that one, I guess. I think the American crowd are loving the patriotism of this. Is patriotism a word? I invented a word otherwise. No different to any other day in my life. I'm always inventing rubbish. It's good to see them so involved with Swagger. It's just a shame Swagger can't talk very well and he has to have a mouthpiece. Although I do enjoy Zeb Coulter as a mouthpiece, I was just trying to say it's a shame for Swagger. It took me 3 goes. It's a tongue twister like watch Raw with me, which I just did perfectly. Yay. Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns at a singles match. Apparently they've had matches over house shows recently that have got negative reviews. So my voice is giving out again. I've had a dodgy throat this week, you have to bear with me. They've had negative reviews from house shows, and it hasn't really impressed the upper levels. I think Roman Reigns needs, I think Randy Orton does need to let Roman Reigns get the pin on him. Roman Reigns is just the hottest thing in the world right now. Roman Reigns is just one of the hottest things in the company right now. Him and Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins have just taken over, you know. It's just wonderful to see, because with those kind of factions you always get the ones that are going to get left out. So like, I know once the Wyatt family disband, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper are going to fade into nothingness. I do want there to be a hair versus hair match though, just so that we can get rid of that hair on Luke Harper's head because he has the massive bald halo. Besides the point of Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns, I think they've got the potential to have something good, as long as the Corporate Kane doesn't get involved. I'm not discussing Corporate Kane on here. Watch Raw with me, okay? You'll see my reaction to it there. I ain't impressed with it, is all I'm going to say. Damn you, WWE. The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler for the IC title. It's really, again, it's lovely to see Dolph Ziggler finally doing something for a change. Just saying. It's about time he did something. Whether he wins or not, I don't know. I suppose with The Miz doing so many movies, maybe they want to keep a title on him right now. I don't know. Let him do what he wants. I quite enjoy watching the two of them. They're watchable. Last match I have now is Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. The whole world saw Lumberjack match and went, what? Seriously? That was what I thought. It's like a way of getting the entire mid-card on a pay-per-view for once in their careers, isn't it? It's like going, oh look, these guys haven't really been on TV for a while. Lumberjack match! Yay, we get to be on TV! For the first time in months. I do think SummerSlam has the potential to be good. I haven't seen as much promotion. Normally they have SummerSlam Access. I haven't seen any of that so far. Maybe I'm just really behind. I really don't know. Owing to last week's video fail, I'm just going to discuss. Owing to last week's video fail, it should probably be noted about Alberto Del Rio with his firing. I know I'm a week behind, I'm so sorry. It was on the video for last week, but as you probably all know, the video for last week failed because my upload speed went right down and it took like 5 hours to upload a 2-hour video, which then failed. We discussed this earlier in the week. Alberto Del Rio was fired due to an incident involving him and a member of the social media crew. He slapped them in the face. Rumours have been circulating that apparently he was really bad with fans as well. He made a video that he put on Twitter that I haven't actually watched yet. Also, apparently, I've seen that TNA are hinting maybe being interested in him. I don't know if he wants to go back to Mexico or not. I think he's going to go back to Mexico. Personally, just my opinion on the matter. But, you know, I was never the greatest Del Rio fan. Alberto Del Shito, I used to call him. I've been trying not to swear on this thing and I just let myself down. That was my word for him anyway. I just didn't ever think that much of him. I find it very, very weirdly ironic though that him and Rodriguez are both endeavoured. No, Rodriguez was endeavoured. Alberto Del Rio was not endeavoured. They both let go within a couple of weeks of each other when they came in together. That's pretty odd. Rodriguez has actually been hitting hitting news pages at the minute because he's kind of been almost having his bitch moment at WWE. Apparently Triple H used to call him fat and the Bumblebee from The Simpsons, if we know the Mexican Bumblebee guy from The Simpsons. Apparently he used to call him fat and used to say that he needed to lose weight. Is that not so hypocritical of the company? Is that not completely contradicting Be a Star? Yes, it is. Therefore, Triple H, you are a bully. Just saying. I just had a couple more points to make. I'm just going to go through my iPad. I just go through to my notes. Going through to the notes. The other thing, Del Rio essentially, I suppose, is gross misconduct. I suppose it's no different to if I went up and slapped one of my managers in the face, although a social media correspondent isn't really a manager. That was the one thing I did want to say. With Alberto Del Rio getting fired, came the news that apparently, if everyone remembers the AJ and Michelle Beadle thing with CM Punk playing Piggy in the Middle last December, when Michelle Beadle come over and said, like, hey, fuckface to Punk, just in jokingly, AJ got really, really defensive and had a go at her. It turns out that apparently she was almost fired for that last year, but Vince McMahon overruled it all. Because apparently, and I quote, he saw the bigger picture. This begs to me, did Vince McMahon know then that Punk was unhappy? And if he had fired AJ, would that have made Punk madder? Was he trying to subdue Punk by not firing AJ? Or did he see the bigger picture of the fact that you don't have a diva right now that's any better than AJ in terms of fan loving, merchandise selling? Maybe that's what he thought. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards the Punk unhappiness thing. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to gossip about you, Punk. I still love you. It's just that that was in the news and it kind of sets all questions up in my head. I don't want you to think of me as a gossip column if you're watching, if you're ever watching. I really don't hold out much hope for that. I want someone to define what the bigger picture was back in December. Good for a discussion, I think. The other thing that happened was that Tensai retired / Albert. He's going to work at WWE Performance Center now. Good on him. Although with budget cuts, can I see him being released soon? Maybe. That's it for now. Watch SummerSlam on Sunday. We'll probably be in the chat room. I will be on Facebook otherwise for anyone who has my personal Facebook account. Hi YouTubers. I'm not going to let you have my personal Facebook just yet though. So we are British Wrestling Radio, British Wrestling Video, British Wrestling Nation. Come follow us. We are British Wrestling Radio on Facebook, facebook.com/British Wrestling Radio, twitter.com/British Wrestling Radio, or BritishWrestlingRadio.com. Always wanted to do that. We are also now on iTunes. I think you search British Wrestling Nation and you can come and access all our old radio shows before I did this little YouTube video thing, which we're still going to do once Dean finds out what's going on with the hospital and whatnot. For now, thanks for watching. Sorry to annoy you all, but I love annoying the nation and the YouTube community. See you on Sunday if you're going to watch it. Otherwise, bye everyone.